All right, we are live. Get in here, everybody. Patriots across this incredible nation. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors, and thank you so much for tuning in. This is the place where we not only talk about what's going on in the gun world, but also how we're going to fix it together. And guys, I swear to you, what we're about to talk about, I'm pretty sure CNN is on a mission from God to slowly destroy Kamala Harris inch by inch, cut by cut. Because what I'm about to show you, spoiler alert, one of them, yeah, Trump's support is more racially diverse than Kamala Harris's. Stop the presses. That got my attention. Everything that I'm about to show you is going to be linked in the description box below. And as you guys get in here, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on, particularly if you are watching on the replay. And thank you for that consideration. Now, guys, one of the things that we have to do every single day is do something that we love, something that we care about, and turning a hobby into a career, like my sponsor, SDI. Now, Sonoran Desert Institute is a online course to turn a hobby that you love, like gunsmithing and upgrading your firearms, into something that you can actually make money from. They have online courses for around things such as woodworking, gunsmithing, finishes, actually doing something that you enjoy for your life career path. Everything will be linked in the description box below. Check them out, guys. It's something at least to explore while you're looking at your hobby into a career. But with that said, let's get into this because I've got to show you something. You guys really seem to like these live streams where I do the normal video links, but live. So as you get in here, leave some comments. Let me know what you guys think. Then I'll dive into there if you guys have some. But I want to jump into one of my favorite people on CNN because, to be quite honest, he just looks at data and he's really fun to listen to. So this guy's name's Harry Inton, and I'm gonna lead with something pretty powerful, and then I've got another something that I'm gonna save for the end. So you guys make sure you don't miss the Easter egg. Listen to this. On average, there is a gap between the Great Lakes and Sun Belt battleground states. Trump is outperforming in the Sun Belt while Harris is holding in the Great Lakes. Why? This part, share this part out, could be that the 2024 Trump's coalition is more racially diverse and the Sun Belt states are more diverse. Somewhere, some blue hair just lost their brain folds. Because I've been told that Harris was the campaign of joy and fully open and accepting of every single person. And, you know, Donald Trump's kind of a bit of a schmacist. Just saying. How in God's name could CNN say that Trump's support is more racially diverse? That's weird, because we heard he was like the guy with the funny little guy with a mustache. Anyway, I'm going to show you some stuff. This is a clip from yesterday. This stacks on what we covered last night, a lot of, like some of the weird anomalies we're seeing across the spectrum in the United States. Let me show you what Harry Inton says, and then I'm going to show you a second clip, which completes the nightmare fuel. Check this out.
And this, to me, seems to be the increasing divide amongst these swing states. These are the averages in the polls, right? Take a look in the Great Lakes. Harris up 2, Wisconsin, Harris up 2, Pennsylvania, Harris up 2. Again, close races, but blue, not red. You jump over here with me to the Sun Belt battleground. Says you see a little blue at the top in Nevada, +1. We don't have any new polling from there. But you look at North Carolina, Trump up by less than a point. Arizona in the average, Trump up by 2. Georgia, Trump up by 2 in the average. So in the Sun Belt battlegrounds, more red than blue, predominantly red. In the Great Lake battlegrounds, predominantly, in fact, all blue, and this is going to be the divide I'm going to be looking at going forward, which is, do we continue to see that Kamala Harris does better in these Great Lake battleground states than she does in these Sun Belt battlegrounds?
First of all, I have to say about Nevada, somewhere John Ralston is crying because we don't have new battlegrounds.
All right, that guy's not important. You understand what's happening right now? If the polls are correct, which again, we've covered multiple times that the polls always underestimate Trump. Again, this is a great time for the disclaimer. Make sure you vote. Make sure everyone you know votes. Family members, friends, they all vote. No option but to vote. Guys, you got to vote like you're 5 points behind. The information that I bring you, stuff like this, is all to give you a honest breakdown of what's happening through the media BS. All right? It's not to dissuade you from saying I need to vote. Every single one of us needs to vote. Every single time, all day, every day. All right? Now that I've said that, and I'll say it a few more times, understand what's happening. The Great Lakes are showing a disparity against the Sun Belt. Okay? Listen to what Harry Inton says. I kind of read it to you already. If you're just now tuning in, listen to what the CNN analyst says around racial support for Trump. Remember, Donald Trump is a schmacist, all right?
I'm polling from Nevada.
True, Shonda.
But that said, why is there an explanation why Donald Trump is doing better here than here?
Yeah, I think the big reason why is this.
Whoops.
Which is Trump's 2024 coalition is more diverse. All right, so this was among likely voters nationwide. Back in 2020,
More diverse. I'm pausing Harry. I'm going to emphasize that. Trump's campaign now is more diverse than it was in 2020. More diverse. Continue.
81% of Donald Trump voters were white. Look at where we are today. It's just 77%. The non-white percentage jumps up from 16% to 20%. And if you know anything about those Sun Belt battleground states, is that they are more diverse than those Great Lake battleground states. In the Southwest, they're more Hispanic than they are nationwide. In the Southeast, in North Carolina and Georgia, they are more African American than they are nationwide, John. And I think the real question here is, what does this mean for the electoral map? Because that's what we're all interested in.
All right, this part doesn't matter because he's assuming that all the points are correct. That doesn't matter. You understand that Donald Trump just traded in the latte liberals for a more racially diverse coalition? That's like Obama level stuff. If this continues at that level, I'm just letting you guys know, you're talking about a potential outcome very similar to 2016. Again, cannot happen if you do not vote. Everyone vote. Vote, 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 vote. Did I say vote? Vote. But you have to understand, you're looking at a 2016 Hillary Clinton style approach here. And we're about a month and a half out. All right, so he's already said we've traded in the latte liberals for a more racially diverse support of the MAGA movement or Trump movement. Okay? Kind of flies in the face of the whole Kamala Harris latte liberal leftist Twitter blue hair that says everyone who supports Trump's is the schmacist. All right? Let's continue. I'm going to jump over to this next one because that was yesterday. This is today. Listen to this headline as we go into his actual statement with a different anchor. And by the way, you want to have some fun? Watch the anchor's body language. Kate, whatever her name is, blonde hair on the left. Trump is still doing significantly better than he did in 2020 among black and Hispanic voters, though Harris has improved from Biden's position in July. How is this race close? Harris is more than holding her own among white voters versus the Biden 2020 baseline. Now, this is the part that really you have to understand what's going on here. He's about to break down the differences between Biden, and Harris. Okay? Understand what we're about to watch is the baseline comparisons. Okay? Trump is not even involved in this. This is how she's doing, and we've seen this multiple ways. Let me get into this, and then I'll hit your comments here in a second. I see you guys typing away in there. Hold on one second. Let's go, Harry.
Big part of the Democratic coalition. This is the Democrat versus Trump margin. Look, Kamala Harris is up by 66 points among black voters. That is up from where Joe Biden was earlier this year, right when he got out of the race at 51. He was up by 51 points over.
Okay, I'm just going to pause it really quickly. This is among black voters, okay? That is a core constituent requirement for the Democrat nominee. All right, that's why he's talking about this. You see the numbers. Biden in 20, 80. Biden 24, 15. Harris, 66. Let's keep going.
Donald Trump. But this 66-point lead is way lower than that 80-point lead that Joe Biden had over Donald Trump at this point in the 2020 cycle. It's 14 points lower. So the bottom line is, yes, Joe Biden was really struggling with black voters. Harris has climbed up a little bit, but she's not anywhere near the level that Joe Biden was at this point just 4 years ago.
And then what about Hispanic voters?
Watch her body
so
language. She just asked about Hispanics.
Trend idea, right? All right. What you see here again, Democrat versus Donald Trump. Yes, Kamala Harris is ahead by 15 points. That's certainly significantly better than Joe Biden was doing just a few months ago when it was a 7-point advantage. But again, look at this. This 15-point advantage that Harris has is significantly less than Joe Biden was doing at this point 4 years ago. It's only about half that number. My goodness gracious, right? So again, we're seeing that double-digit shift from where we were 4 years ago at this point, not just among black voters, but Hispanic voters as well. Kamala Harris doing better than Joe Biden was doing earlier on this year, but not anywhere near as well as he was doing 4 years ago at this point.
And then,
All right, so we're going to come back to that in 1 second, but I want to hit something just clarify because someone said they couldn't really hear it. I'm going to kind of consolidate that for you. What you're looking at right now, this is the death of 1,000 cuts. This is what CNN is eventually doing, okay? They're not doing it intentionally. I'm just saying this is what's happening in this delivery. From yesterday on CNN, I told you that they are losing support and it's basically a more racially diverse coalition for Trump. Now, today, Harry Enton doing the exact same thing, but he's showcasing the black vote and the Hispanic vote. Those are both minority votes, okay? Biden had a 28 advantage in 2020. In 2024, he had a 7, so he lost 3/4 of support. And Harris, the one who rides in on the white horse bringing Obama vibes from 2008, she's only getting 50% of what Biden had. You guys, this is stacking upon what I've been showing you over and over and over again. She has support that has increased from Biden when he was brain dead, but it is nothing compared to Biden and Clinton when they were not brain dead, when they were actually functioning like normal, somewhat normal humans. This is a big deal. You're seeing the mirrored image in Hispanics and the mirrored image in the black vote. Okay, this is why you're seeing more interviews from Kamala Harris. This is why you're seeing them put out really cringeworthy stuff aiming at the younger youth vote. Let's continue. I got some more stuff for you here. This is crazy that they're doing this.
Compare this to where Trump and Harris are with white voters.
All right, so we have all of this news here, which is really not very good for Kamala Harris, given where Joe Biden was 4 years ago.
Not very good.
And you're wondering yourself, how the heck is Kamala Harris so competitive in this race? And this is where it gets really interesting. This really racial dynamic.
Latte liberals!
Decreasing, because look among white voters. All right, so what do we see here? This should actually be 2020. There we go. And what do we see? We see here again the Democrat versus Trump margin. And what do we see here? Look at this. Trump is ahead, but by 8 points. That is significantly lower than Trump's lead was at the end of the 2020 campaign, when it was a 14-point advantage. And it's even lower than it was at this point back in 2020, when it was a 9-point advantage for Donald Trump. So what's essentially going on here is that Kamala Harris is able to make up the sort of lower standing that she has among black and Hispanic voters by doing significantly better than Joe Biden did 4 years ago in the final tally among white voters.
Which suggests there's going to be a really interesting mix of voters, a coalition.
All right, so now I'm going to tie this together for you guys and wrap this entire thing up. What did I just show you? Incrementally, step by step by step by step. Okay? And I have everything linked if you want to watch this on a separate opportunity for you guys down in the description. If you missed something or you couldn't hear what they were saying. So, legitimately, they're 50% of the black support that Biden had in 2020. 50% of the Hispanic support that they had in 2020. And now Trump has reverted back to 2020 numbers for the white vote. Yeah, the latte liberals are what's keeping Kamala Harris afloat. The elitist latte liberals. The whole party of everybody has kind of gone out the window because the Sun Belt is going hardcore towards Trump. And the middle Great Lakes region, they're trying to hold on to the white vote. Is this ironic to anybody else? Now, why I wanted to bring this to you guys, and that's all that's important there. But the reason that I wanted to bring this to you guys was, one, to encourage you to vote, because you have an opportunity to kick the gun controllers right in the proverbial gonads if you get out and you activate and you take everyone you know to vote. You have an opportunity to truly send the right people, potentially, to send our gun rights in a positive direction and repeal some of the BS that they put forward and revoke the executive actions that they put out and all the executive orders. Get a new ATF director in there, get more pro-gun judges. There's lots of stuff that we can do. But the reason that I want to highlight this is everything that they're telling you on the mainstream media is not correct. They are seeing something, and I showed you last night, and now I've shown you again today. Something is happening on the baseline of all the support for each candidate that they are not wanting to highlight. And I hope I landed that plane. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Let me know if you enjoy these live versions of the normal shows, and I will see you on the next one. I'm Braden. See you later.